I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed of myself. I deeply apologize for this. I promise, I can't make promises, but I'm here today and I'm here for one single reason. I want you to plan your 2026 as I have planned mine. I know a lot of us write down our goals and all that, but some years back I started doing mine in some kind of Excel sheet. It was a bit cumbersome, I won't lie. It was a lot, it was messy, it was all over the place. And I don't know, I've not done a first pass to see if this visual is good. So I'm just going to pause it and I'll be back. I'm back and I won't lie, I'm loving the vibe. Yes, I'm loving the vibe. So I'm going to get into it. This video, I'm going to try and make it as short as possible. But long and short of that story I was trying to say was the Excel sheet didn't quite work out because I found myself setting goals and tracking goals more than actually doing things to achieve those goals. So I found some kind of a framework that works. It's about dividing your life into three main areas. And the first area would be your relationships. And the next would be your health. And the next would be your career. And if you notice, this main aspect can be broken down into other areas, which I found that I was doing quite often. So your career, you could break it down to your personal business, that's for 9-to-5ers that do things that kind of structured and you need some extra income to get by. That could also include your career itself. So personal business, your career itself, and other parts of money-making ventures that you do, like having your money make more money. Or also inside this category, you could also have your personal, what's called charity work that you do, or mission that you are on. And then in your health, you could have your physical health, your mental health, and your spiritual health, which is your soul. And in relationships, you could have your family members, extended family members, your immediate family members, your friendships, and all that. So you could break this down into 9 areas. But what's important is that one aspect of your life is in suffering, while the other aspect of your life is healthy. So you need some sort of balance. And you should also know that you can't be working towards all the goals at the same time. So there are moments where these aspects of your life needs to take a chill pill for the time being while you chase other things. So there are moments in your life where money needs to be chased, but when you see that your health is going one other way, it's a sign that you need to stop and then chase something else. Yeah, that being said, so I'm going to introduce you to my new, modern, improved. This is a template I can share with you. I will share this with you at the end of this video. It should be down in the description anyway. You can check it out after this video, and then we will go through it. So I will start recording my screen. So this is the template. Right now I named it Digital Goal Setting Template. Now, if you notice this banner up there, you can put any picture that you like. You can put a picture that motivates you. You can put a picture of yourself or your family or any picture that you feel like you would like in that part. Every aspect of this template is editable, so you can personalize it. You can put videos. For example, you see this start button, you can change it to whatever GIF you like. And then there's a quote that I love that I've always used. You can also change that quote to what fits what you're trying to do for the year 2026. So my quote is, keep your face always towards the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you, which is something I think I've lived by most of my life. So this aspect of the templates, you can totally delete them when you're done with creating your goals. The first one, I'm going to read it out. I'm going to talk a bit about this. So pick a life area and then write what you actually want. So your main goal is, what do I want in this aspect of my life? If it's relationships, for example, if it's friendship aspect of relationships, you may have a goal of getting really close to one or two of your friends, or you may have a goal of reducing the number of friends that you have. It may have been, some people find it overwhelming juggling so many friendships at the same time. Guys, so you write out what you actually want. So my goal is relationship goals. For example, let me pick an example from my life. Let me not go too far away. So last year I had a goal of, like I had previous years, to get closer to my family members, to build a relationship or build on our existing relationship and get really closer. And that was a goal of mine. So that goal itself needs some kind of a metric. So how will I know that I'm closer to my family members? How will I create activities that will create these outcomes? So that's where the third layer comes in. That's the habits that you need to do, like all the activities that you need to do to achieve these goals. So my relationship goals, I want to feel closer to my family members. What activities will I do? For example, I will call them weekly, I'll call them monthly, just have a conversation. And I will try to see the ones that I can possibly see during this time period. So then, that's last year, I live in the UK and I have a sibling in Netherlands and I have a sibling in Belgium. So I decided that I am going to have one trip to see, sort of like two trips, but one trip you can shuffle between those two countries, they're not far from each other, to see these family members that I can possibly see at this time. So I did that. I called them more frequently. I checked on them, got invested in their lives, and I made these trips. And at the end of the year, I felt very close to them. So that's an example. It could also be your health, for example. So in your health, you have your physical health. So that's the way you look. People that don't know, I used to be like not a lot heavier, just a little bit heavier than this. You wouldn't know because I'm big today, tomorrow I'm small. It happens. But I was 95 kg at the beginning of 2023. Yes. And right now I'm like 89. Christmas and New Year happened. And I built that brick by brick. At some point I was as low as 85, but somehow something happened. But the activities that I did to reduce my weight. So the goal in that aspect was reduce my weight to 85 kg and always use a realistic number. Don't jump from 90 kg, I want to be 65 kg by the end of the year. Except maybe one of your activities would be to use one of the GLPs or the Ozempics. That's not a realistic goal. You have to be very realistic. Your goals need to be smart. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It needs to be specific, measurable, accurate, achievable. Yeah, I'll find that and put it in the bottom. Relevant and time bound. So always remember that when you're setting these goals. So the goal was to lose a certain kg by a certain date. The activities would be then to go to the gym at least 5 times a week, eat my vegetables and fruits every day. For me, I have some kind of like insulin resistance going on. It included fasting. So I would fast. So breakfast is not even I've not been having breakfast for God knows how long. And I have a set time where I break my fast. So that's how you would set each and every goal. Another aspect I need to also speak about is you need to learn to celebrate your wins, because even if you achieve all your goals this year, next year comes with, every level comes with different challenges. So you need to learn, it's important that you celebrate your wins. So there's an aspect of this that you write down what you have achieved. And in the days where you're not feeling so good, you can go through those and feel, happy that you've done something. And a win cannot always be like big. A win does not have to always be big or something groundbreaking, something that the world will see and say, wow. No, a win can be as simple as, oh, I went to church today, which is true. I went to church today. I achieved that goal of mine to be closer to God. Yes, why is that important to me? Because it's part of who I am. It's part of nourishing my soul. So you get that. So you create that grateful list. Your wins will become your grateful list. So we have the 12 categories. We have your body, your mind, your soul, romance. You know what that means. Family, friends, travel, money, career, personal business. And there's something there that's future tags that do not fit. So that would be anything else that does not fall into any of this category. For example, skills to learn. I wouldn't put them in any of this category because there are some certain skills I want to learn. For example, I do not know how to drive. I don't know how to swim. I know how to ride a bike. I learned that one of these 5 years. And what else? What other life skills don't I have? I don't think there's any more. But I'll learn how to drive this year. Somebody shout hallelujah. So that's everything. So when you open each of these, they are all the same. Before I go into that, I like this quote at the bottom because it helps you when you're in challenging situations, which is almost guaranteed. This is life. You're not the only one living it. Things will go your way. Things will go somebody else's way. Sometimes it means that it doesn't go your way. It's life. So in those moments where you are at the downbeats of life, this quote is important. You can change it, you can leave it, but I reckon that you leave it. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Always keep your head high. So let's open one of these. I'm going to open money. Money. Yes. I'm going to open money. So money goals would be to save £5,000 this year, for example. That would be one of it. Money goals could be to improve your credit score. That could be another one of it. Money goals could also include you buy a car. Money goals could also include stop spending recklessly. So you write those down on the goals part of things. Now, if there's any details of this that you feel like you need to put down, you can open it up. They open on the corner of it and you write those details there. So we'll go back to categories, money. And then there's this aspect called give up for now. It's like things that need to wait, things that don't require you to take any action right away. So they can wait. For example, I would really love to buy a house this year, but realistically, right now, I've not won the lottery. I'm working on it. But before now, I'll put something like that on that give up for now. That means it kind of helps your brain adjust to the fact that, okay, certain things are in the pipeline. They are going to happen. But right now, I'm working on other things. So it's like shelving, so to speak. You sort of shelve it in your brain so that they're not just lying on the ground. They're disturbing your life. Like, oh my God, you're not saving towards your house. But for example, building a credit score means you have a good credit for when you want to buy a house. So you go down to this bottom bit. Things that you've started, you put them started. Things you're working on, you put them working on. You go down to the bottom bit, the activities you're doing. For example, you want to save £5,000. It could be saving 30% of your salary immediately comes in. It could be that's an activity you do every month. It could be sending money somewhere that you don't have access to. That could be something you do regularly. Some people use Plum. This is not sponsored, but some people use Plum to save regularly. They do £1 per week or per day, or they do, depends on what your savings habit is. You can create something like that. So for the activities for buying a car, you could say you want to save £100 from your salary every week or every month. Put that aside. So mentally you are doing something, and it does seem like you're not doing anything because it's so small and the activities is so regular that eventually when you've achieved it, it doesn't feel like stress. So these are activities towards that goal. And then monthly wins, you could put it down. I saved enough to buy a car. I saved enough to buy a house. Oh my God, I'm good with my money, or my subscription has reduced. put those wins down. And then one thing I must say is all of these activities, are easy to not do, especially the one for health. God, it's so easy to not go to the gym. It's so easy to stay at home. It's so easy to just scroll on your phone. It's so easy to eat chocolate chips, cookies. It's so easy to eat the carrot cake that I just made. But it doesn't help me achieve my goal. What helps you achieve your goal is not motivation, it's not discipline, is creating systems and habits that helps you do them. For example, you can set an automatic money leaving your account when your salary comes in for that certain date. That's a system that helps you achieve that goal. Or for something like food, you can ensure that you don't buy any cookies, you don't buy any sweet things in your house, so that when you're hungry and you open the fridge, it's not there. Or to go to the gym, you take your gym clothes in your bag to the office, and when you leave the office, you will feel a kind of way when you're going through the gym with your gym clothes in your bag. So that's what I'm saying, like create systems to help you achieve this. And then when you feel like you're burnt out, you're tired, you can't do anything, it's okay to rest. Take a break. Those things will still be there. Also be mindful that retrogression exists. So while you are taking a break, pause, not retrogress. Like don't do things to counter all the progress that you've made. And if you follow these simple rules, I feel like you'll be okay. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And yeah, bye. Oh, did I mention you should subscribe? Please subscribe. Thank you.